Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Occult Chronicles. In the last episode, Terry Bogard continued his explorations of the first floor, and I think he finished it. Most of it, I suppose. We still have the backyard to search. We then began exploring some of the second floor on our way over to where this meets the stairs down, in order to get a little more explored, and also to re-reach this area of the mansion, because we have a crap ton of quests to turn in, or rather to continue trying to complete. Look at all these things. And most of these are over on the east side of the mansion. So we'll be heading over there. We found another clue in the last video. We acquired some spells, Hyperborean Lightning. We got the Kiss of the Maiden and Mumbled Wisdom edges. Very nice. And we picked up Melee Weapon Specialist as well. Alright. Well, with all that said, let's keep on keeping on. I suppose we'll search this bedroom. The Rakshasha. You smell the pipe smoke before you even see the creature sitting in the chair. By the time you realize what you are facing, it's too late to stop and quietly sneak away. You've only seen pictures in the old illuminated manuscripts, but you recognize the creature immediately. It's a Rakshasha, a demon of the Great Illusion. You've seen enough legends turn out to be true, but this one still shocks you. This creature reminds me of the Curse of the Azure Bonds, a very old SSI game I played ages ago in the 1990s or 1980s, because you fought Rakshasha with your group there, and God, they were annoying. An aura of evil surrounds this creature. You try and remain calm and keep your grip on your sanity. Oh, that's a good draw. 2 kings? That's very nice. Hey, off to a good start. Your mind is strong. You can almost even see through the illusion and behold the creature's true form. The Rakshasha beckons you to sit down next to it. You feel a tremendous sense of unease as you approach the creature. You know that according to the legends, it can shape change. This one seems to have chosen the appearance of a tiger. These masters of illusion love a good bargain and the taste of human flesh. Looking at the clutter of dishes on a tray nearby, you hope this one isn't still hungry. Well, we can actually try to fight it. We have a good chance of beating it. Or we could talk with it, in which case we'll get a quest to investigate one of those pieces of paper. Let's try talking with it once or twice, and if we fail twice, we'll try fighting it instead. You sense a keen intelligence before you. You should be able to communicate with this creature and find out why it hasn't killed you already. The Rakshasha speaks to you quite easily. It wants you to do it a favor, and in turn, it will let you live. The Rakshasha puffs away on its pipe and explains its proposal to you. It wants you to fetch some papers for it from a room nearby. It doesn't know where exactly they are because there's a ward in place to keep them hidden and safe from him. He wants you to find them and bring them back. If you do so, you will not only be allowed to live, but you might also find that the Rakshasha is a generous benefactor. At least, that is what it seems to suggest. I don't think I like this room. We'll search it anyway. You saw them lying on the floor, but you obviously didn't connect the dots. You started off down the hall giving the burlap sacks a wide berth. You slipped past one large bag and then stopped in your tracks when you heard the ripping sound of cloth being torn by some sharp instrument. You turned to face the sound and witnessed a decaying corpse rising up out of the remnants of the bag. The sharp instruments are razor-like claws. Your wishful thinking has put you in a tough position. Body sacks lying on the floor? What did you think was gonna happen? I thought maybe we'd be able to sneak past them without aggroing them. We'll play the king. Your mind is strong. You've seen things worse than this wake up in the odd mortuary. The other creature lumbers towards you. You know exactly what it intends. At this point, it is fight or flee. You had better hope the rest of these bags don't start moving. Well, we don't have a good chance for a psychic duel. I think I added these two as options, and because normally you can only attack the zombie or flee. Well, I think our best chance, however, is to actually physically fight it, so we'll do so. You decide that the best defense is a good offense. You remind yourself to go for the brain first. They don't have brains. They don't have brains. Oh, hello, Queen of Swords. Hello. There's no reason why we should immediately use our king right there to take that queen. The only reason to use the Queen of Cups would be to save it in case the knight shows up. But we have the knight, so the knight can take everything lower than the queen already, the page, that is. So we might as well use the queen. I hope that makes sense, what I'm saying. There's no reason... Let's do this again. I can't think of any reason not to use the queen to take this 4. The only cards we really have to consider here for our wands would be a king or a page. The page can be taken by the knight and would basically give us the same amount of points. And the king we wouldn't be able to take the king anyway. So let's use the queen. You won the battle. The zombie lies scattered on the floor in several pieces. You decide to not put them back in the bag. Two more points. Let's go for a melee edge. Or a physical test edge could also be good. We'll go for a melee first. You discovered a secret wooden door. It blends in almost seamlessly with the wall, but your keen senses were still able to detect it. Finding it is one thing. Figuring out how to open it is another. So these are both door checks. We actually have an okay chance to do either of these. I wonder why this is lock door and why this isn't a physical challenge. I might have to change that in the game files. Well, both of them are about equal. We would get more tricks and more draw bashing the door in, so we'll do that. It looks sturdy, but with a little effort, you might be able to kick or shoulder your way through. Secret doors aren't supposed to be sturdy, just hard to find after all. We'll win this challenge. I don't feel like getting an ill omen. You battered down the door. So much for being a secret. The way lies open now. Oh, the seance room. If I recall correctly, we lost a game because of this room. We tried to do something with the crystal ball, and we lost it, and then we got an instant insanity card drawn, if I recall correctly. Getting the crystal ball could be really useful, because it shows you where the final room is located. I think we'll leave it here at the moment, and we'll see if we can get some more experience and level up some of our stats first. You see a wicked wooden door. There's a worn keyhole right where it belongs, but no sign of a key anywhere. Well, it looks sturdy, but with a little effort, you might be able to kick or shoulder your way through. This is an old house, after all. Splinters and a loud noise announce your success in battering down the door. The way lies open now. Hello, Tilisrati generator. This is probably the Tilisrati right here. Oh, or it's a mad scientist. You see a strange man hunched over a work table that is cluttered with blueprints, tools, gadgets, and colorful test tubes. Oh, and colorful test tubes, no A. He barely takes any notice of you at first, as if he had frequent visitors to his laboratory, which you find highly unlikely. You recognize the man from his odd file almost immediately, Dr. Laszlo Benway. What could he possibly be doing here? There is obviously some strange convergence that's attracting the most notorious and nefarious characters and supernatural entities to this place. Well, we'll attack him. Attack him. We'll talk to him. Strange bedfellows? This place is downright dangerous. He's not your primary mission objective. Maybe you two could both find a way to help each other out. You clear your throat. You tap on the table. Hello, McFly. Anybody home? Have a good all day, Benway. He studiously ignores you. The insult stings. Oh, holy good hands. Wow. Although we do need Swords of Pentacles. You clear your throat and look Benway straight in the eye when he glances up. You note from his facial expression the recognition that you are an odd agent, and the faintest hint of a smile crosses his face. Yes, I think you'll do just fine, he says. Your arrival is most serendipitous. I have a task for you. You will be rewarded, of course. Benway wants you to find his lab refrigerator, which also happens to be this house's only refrigerator, located naturally in the kitchen. Fetch the small jar labeled Boffin juice, and return it here at once. There usually is a clock in this room, but oh, not today. Interesting. You hear a twang and look up to see a crossbow bolt heading your way and aimed at your heart. Well, we'll do a combat roll. Your battle instincts kick in, and you drop to the floor and roll away. Don't I have a duck and roll? What does this do? Okay, we can do that later if necessary. You do not want to fail traps. You really don't, if you can avoid it. We don't need to use duck and roll. It wouldn't benefit us in any way. You drop on the floor and roll, avoiding the lethal bolt. You see a locked wooden door. There's a worn keyhole right where it belongs, but no sign of a key anywhere. I'm going to leave that one alone. Hello. Okay. I think we'll also leave this room alone. The odds of there being something useful in here isn't too good. And we could get a quest for this room that might be in the gun room we saw downstairs all that time ago. Another locked door. Tons of locked doors up here today. Okay. Oh, I still didn't find the gargoyle statue, did I? It might be upstairs. Well, we're here. Let's go ahead and begin doing a few of these things. The face swirls around the interior of the vase, illuminated from within by a ghostly blue energy. The silent scream still echoes in your ears, or perhaps only your imagination. You recognize the vase's construction and the runes etched along its lid. This is a spirit jar. its sole purpose to bottle up and slowly leech off energy from powerful beings. You should proceed with caution. Free the child. This is the child that the ethereal woman in the mirror is seeking. You decide to use the release incantation that was taught to you and free the child. If we're lucky, apparently. She will just fail this. You speak the incantation, but nothing happens. Why does this always seem to happen to you? With only a one target, if I don't see a good draw, I'm just going to fail it. This one is probably acceptable. The runes etched on the lid glow with power and then fade. You twist off the lid and the creature flows out of the vase. Before you object, it wraps itself around you in an aura. You must return it to its mother. You stumble upon a small twisted hunchbacked dwarf. He seems to be as surprised to see you as you are to see him. He must be a servant of some sort. Without hesitation, he starts yelling, "Alarm! Alarm!" There seems to be no one around to respond to his cries for help. Well, we'll beat him the hell up. That's our best chance. You decide to silence this creature as quickly as possible. Wow. The twisted creature lets out a pathetic moan as it crumples to the floor. With its last breath, it gasps, "The master will not be pleased." Unfortunately, we have no gun, so that's not going to benefit us very much. We didn't find her quest either. So many things we still have to find. Maybe we should double back upstairs and search those other rooms. I don't want to challenge the apparition of death quite yet. Not quite yet. Okay. Let's go up here, turn in the butler's quest, search this room, search those papers. There's a lot to do. And I'm gonna miss half of it. Let's go back upstairs. And we'll search these rooms after all. Splinters and a loud noise announce your success in battering down the door. The way lies open now. Another locked door. My goodness. Maybe this is harder than it looks. Next time you might want to put some more muscle into it. Splinters and a loud noise announce your success in battering down this door. We don't have any melee weapons yet, so those are not very helpful to us. But I think all of these are just melee weapon options. I will select Hand-to-Hand Expert. Whenever a melee weapon's special ability is used, face cards can be targeted for bumping their values up or down. At Edge level 1, a Page. At level 2, a Knight. Level 3, a Queen. Level 4, a King can be targeted. The most a face card can be bumped, is 1. Okay, maybe that's not as good. anyway. I should have waited to take that until I searched a few more rooms. Let's take a talisman edge. And we're probably going to immediately go for one of the best ones, because I can't think of why we shouldn't. Any water talisman is +1 cups. Fire is +1 wands. I could take this in hopes that we pick up a wands talisman, a fire talisman later. But we'd have to get lucky. Nah, we'll take the cup of water. Any water talisman you possess grants you +1 cups in addition to providing any other bonuses it might provide. And you can see that our cups is now gone up to 6 because we have 1 water talisman. The floor suddenly collapses under your feet. It gives away without any warning. Is it rotten wood or a trap? You don't even have time to contemplate the question. So we will try... Oh my god, look at the difficulty of this. Grab onto the edge. You decide to fling yourself to the ledge that was created when the floor fell away, and then hold on and pull yourself up. Select 5 revealed non-face trick cards and bump their values down 5. This one, this one, this one, that one, this one. You hit the edge hard with both elbows. It knocks the wind out of you, but you hold on and then pull yourself up. That was too good not to use duck and roll, because we were slightly below those cards by 1 point, like 3 of them in a row. That's a great excuse to use that ability. Oh, didn't get anything though. You feel your foot step down on the pressure plate and then hear the pneumatic sounds of darts being shot through blow tubes. You catch a glimpse of the deadly swarm of needle-tipped killers heading your way. You react without thinking, tucking into an acrobatic duck and roll. I'll risk that we'll be able to use the king on a different card. And we weren't able to. You tumble away from the curtain of darts and emerge unscathed. You come across a desiccated body leaning up against a wall. It was dragging a cloth bag of valuables along with it. This poor soul chose the wrong house to burgle. How did he get this far? This must be the body of which the haunted armor spoke. You see a decaying satchel of thieves' tools and loot gripped in the skeleton's hand. And thankfully, that was enough to allow us to successfully search it. You rummage through the corpse's pockets and possessions and find nothing. Staring down at what is left of the desiccated remains, a thought suddenly occurs to you. You cut open the corpse's stomach and search around. There it is. You pick it up. It glows eerily in the darkness. We have found another clue. You find the charred remains of a crucifix on the floor. It looks like it just burst into flames and then went out. Zombies! You hate these guys. This place certainly knows how to keep you on your toes. Just don't build a summer house here. Well, we're gonna attack them. Just remember to aim for the head. Hello, swords. We'll take the ace. You won the battle. The dismembered zombie's bodies still twitch around on the floor, putting on quite the show. Okay, let's search this room, if we're able to, and then we'll head back downstairs. Holy pentacles, Batman. Splinters and a loud noise announce your success in battering down the door. The way lies open now. You see rows and rows of books. Most of the material is quite pedestrian, and what you would expect to find in the library of a large estate like this. However, occasionally, you come across an item that is more esoteric, and you wonder what secrets and knowledge might be hidden here. You'll never know unless you look, of course. Well, let's search it. You decide to inspect the bookshelf more closely. You scan over the titles and occasionally pull out a volume to get a better look. That's a good hand. I think if you get lucky, you might be able to get a spell from a bookshelf. This looks promising. You think you might have found something. Nope. Your attention is drawn to a large stone statue of a truly horrific and bizarre-looking gargoyle. It sits on a pedestal with its arms wrapped around its legs. You feel a sudden shock shoot down your spine as you notice his eyelids blink open. The stone statue is alive. You fight to control a growing tide of fear that is sweeping over you. Your mind is strong. You see things far worse than this. The gargoyle stretches itself out and unfurls its large wings. You note its razor-sharp claws. Before you realize it, it moves forward to attack you. Oh, this is definitely the better option. It's most likely animated by sorcery, but it has a physical body. You decide to hit it with everything that you have. Hey, good call, Tim, saving the king for a little bit later. You won the battle. The gargoyle falls to the floor and shatters into small pieces. Unfortunately, we have to pick this up, so now we have a wands penalty. An axe! Holy crap! A melee weapon. Wonderful. That will also give us +1 swords, just because it's a melee weapon. +1 swords bonus requires 2 cups, which we have plenty of. We have 6. We can swing it. As you can see, that gives us, we select a non-face card in hand, roll 1 bone, and bump the card value up +X, which is X, the number of cups that we rolled. We also have a new option for doors. We always have a chance to smash them down. We can lower their target level. Well, I kind of wanted to search those rooms because I suspected we might get some of the quests completed there. Or, sorry, more of the quest items that we needed to complete the quests there. And now, we can turn these in. I think the coin is given to the bust, so let's turn that in first. You decide to approach the sinking busts with the cursed coin and free them. You read the inscription on the coin, and it magically separates into 5 pieces. You place a fragment into the mouth of each of the busts, careful not to forget the cracked one on the floor. After the last head swallows its fragment, you see glowing spirits rise from each head and then evaporate. It seems they have left you a reward. Wheel of Fortune. Remove all tricks and played cards from the table, and then redraw the designated number of trick cards for the challenge after this card is used to take a trick. All the trick points remain yours. In other words, let's say that we've earned 5 points. We can then play Wheel of Fortune and earn, another 8 because we played that card and took something, hopefully. Then, all the tricks are removed, and a whole new set of trick cards are placed on the board equal to whatever it was that we had drawn originally. And we get to keep playing the game, earning even more potential points. So it's a really nice one for the endgame boss, especially. Any time in which you're desperate to get a few more points and keep what you have, and you have a good hand but didn't get lucky on what was out on for tricks, this could be a great card to use. The Empress. You are immune to the effects of any instant insanity card that is revealed during the results phase while this card is in your inventory. Holy crap, that was amazing! What? 1 second, I'm gonna go back to the main menu. Because I want it saved in case the game crashes. I want the game writing out its save file. That was an amazing draw. Wow. Thank you, Faces. Pain endurance for the reveals. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm just going to be reading this to myself. So, I think I mentioned before, but I'm not a fan of the edges which reduce the damage you take, if only because I'd rather have edges that increase the chance I will win, rather than decrease the penalty for losing. The exception in this case would be something that helps me with like horror checks because my wands is so low. But because I don't have anything that increases my wands, I have no ability to actually increase I have no ability to manipulate the effects of like a horror check. So unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to do that. I'm babbling. If we had chosen something that could affect our wands ability somehow, like investigator specialist or linguist, for example, we might have been able to take edges which helped us in regards to horror checks and what have you. But because we have nothing of the sort, we're stuck with the full punishment of losing horror checks or anything that involves sanity, which often is a wands check of some sort. Ooh, I like these two. So, Technique Perfectionist. At the beginning of any physical test challenge, X random tricks placed on the board are in a scryed state, where X is level the edge. We've seen scryed. Scryed means that we can actually see what the card is. And there's Brute Force. For any physical test challenge, the value of any face card remaining in your hand is added to your trick-taking score if you have X or fewer face cards, where X is the level of the edge. That can be nice, because if we end up with like a king and we just can't use it, those points get added to us, assuming that we only had one face card in our hand at the end of the challenge. I like both of these. This is used to counter bad luck. This is used to make better tactical decisions. Let's go with Brute Force. Okay, we were here a long time ago. Let's go ahead and search the body. This must be the remains of the acolyte, of which the demon in the fireplace spoke. He was obviously playing a very deadly game by trying to summon and bind these demons. The name should still be on him somewhere. carefully search the acolyte's robe and find a small scrap of paper with a name etched onto it in what must be blood. Okay. Betraying the demon could work for us. But if it doesn't, we'll have to fight the demon. He's not going to like that very much. Let's try it. Having considered this whole errand carefully, you have figured it out. The slip of paper obviously carries the name of the demon you have bargained with, written in Old Stygian. Why else would this prince want it so badly? You could speak the name and command the demon to reward you. He was most likely going to betray you anyway. Oh, that is not, however, a good hand. I think we have to take a chance that we get a better Cups card. And we did. Wow, and if it wasn't for that choice, we would have lost. You speak the name on the paper and are rewarded with a howl of torment from the demon. It lasts around the room, knocking over everything except for you. Your guess was correct. You compel it to reward you and then to return to the hell from which it came. You have made an enemy today. During any challenge option of the persuasion or deception type, each not revealed trick card has a 5% chance of being scryed at the beginning of the challenge option. Now where? I think we'll head up here now. We want to search those papers. We'll want to turn in the thing with the butler. The demon baby is something we'll want to search as get as well. So let's get that now. Its cooing is almost as disturbing as its demonic appearance. You've heard of an odd agent who might have once looked like this. However, this thing radiates pure evil. It's not going to jump at a recruitment offer, and most certainly has something in mind other than lying here waiting for its mother. So I think we just have to kill it to complete the quest. Attack the baby! This isn't the case of a possession. This is a raw demon flesh sitting in the cradle. It should be destroyed. And we've won just like that. You destroy the demon's baby's body. The mermaid, a water talisman. That's awesome. This will benefit us because of that one edge we have. Rope! +1 cups! Oh my god! And rope is amazing, because this lets us climb out of pits of much easier. Holy crap! We are getting so flipping lucky. Of course, our wands is still 3, but that was amazing. What a very lucky session this has been for us. Let's look at the rope, shall we? So you can see it gives us +1 cups bonus, and adds option for climb, -6 to the target level for such encounters. So whenever we encounter a pit that we want to climb up or down, we can use the rope. It gives us this option to it, which is going to lower the difficulty by 6. It basically makes climbing possible. Wow, that was so super lucky. You've come to the Cornelius Manor unannounced and expecting trouble. All challenges that involve cups as the primary suit receive a +1 modifier to the number of cards drawn to the player's hand while this story icon is active. It's tempting to go down to the basement right now, because that will make it easier for me to survive traps. It's very tempting, actually. We have a good story token currently, but I think, we should probably get more experience points. We could use another pentacles. Use another spell. Well, let's do this stuff first. So, So we're not going downstairs. Let's turn in the butler's quest. Search this room as well. And search that red hand. And that pile of papers. I think I may skip... Actually, death. Let's take a look at death really quick. So that's not a great chance, if I'm being honest. And I don't want to instantly die. You can get some good rewards for that. But oh man, you can get some bad results if you fail that challenge. So no. I think we'll just leave him there. Let's try stepping across the insects. Guess we might as well see what we can win from this challenge. We did get a fantastic hand after all. You shuffle here and there, careful not to disturb the giant colony. A few try to call up your legs to bite you, but they are easily brushed away. Wow! An edge upgrade, huh? Now, taking cups of water doesn't do anything for you. This does not give you +2 cups for each water talisman. It does nothing. This edge should probably just say 1 of 1. It should never say 1 of 2. It's a waste of an edge upgrade if you take it. I think I probably want hand-to-hand expert or brute force. Let's take brute force up. It's weird for me to max an edge, since there is a Arcana card that will give me +1 to all edges, and I often get that. But I really wouldn't mind having this max and just knowing it is. This would give us the points for 2 unused face cards in our hand. And I think I want that, so let's go ahead and select it. We should just farm that writhing massive insects. That's fantastic. The butler does not have time to order dessert for the ghostly dinner banquet, as he must wait for the master to serve him supper. He says that you should go place the order with the chef in the kitchen, and then return here for directions. You approach the butler and tell him what you have done. Thank you so much, sir. I was beginning to think that you had headed off in the wrong direction. Good show. Well, you know, we risk our neck for this sort of stuff all the time. The Kraken! Another water talisman! Amazing! We got super lucky choosing water talismans as the talisman for our edge. That one edge, that's incredible. That gives us another +1 cups. 9 cups and 7 swords. We can beat the snot out of most things in physical combat. A big game hunter ghost. A ghostling materializes in front of you. It's dressed as if it stepped out of a safari on the Serengeti. It lowers its large caliber big game rifle at you and seems to be considering you closely. You don't know which is scarier, the ghost or the ethereal gun. Your mind is strong. You stand up straight and play the alpha male. It's something this ghost would understand. The ghostly big game hunter squints at you like he is sizing you up for his trophy wall. There's a taint to him. You suspect he once brushed elbows with a witch doctor. You both stand there in a sort of ghostly standoff, waiting for the other to make the first move. It's not a good chance to communicate with him, but I think we'll try. You decide to enter a trance and use your skill as a medium to find out what this ghost wants. His taint is suspicious. You have no trouble establishing a link. He is quite eager to speak with you. Cheers, mate. I'm Colonel Van Pelt, and you are my prey. Unless, of course, you can prove yourself useful. It seems one of my trophies has left the roost. I want you to track it down and return it to its rightful place. Come back here and let me know how you fared, or I will track you down. No, just kidding, laddie. I'll make it worth your while. Oh, it's a wands challenge. Old broken gun cases. You notice several old broken gun cases. Upon closer examination, you see a scattered assortment of mostly antique weapons through the glass panels that enclose the boxes. Well, let's try it. Most of the weapons appear to be old and broken and useless to you. You decide to spend a little time rummaging around to see if there's anything salvageable. If you win this, you have a good chance of getting a gun. Actually, I think you get a guaranteed gun. We have an okay hand. We have a page of every single suit in our inventory, in our hand, which is good, but I don't like seeing just pages. Still, we just need one more success. Well, one more page used. And we got lucky, but we did it. You find a few good candidates that might be salvageable. A Thompson! Wow! And 5 extra bullets for it. Holy crap, that's one of the better guns, too. Let's take a look at that gun. It weighs a ton, 3 pounds, but we have a weight of 7 total, so here is Thompson. It uses 2 through 5 ammo whenever you decide to use it. It has spray and pray. Bump the card value up on 2 random non-face cards in hand plus 2. And we have gives us these options when fighting enemies. Against human, animals, and monsters, it lowers the target level by 4, against undead by 3, and against demon, eldritch, vampire, mechanical by 2. But it will cost you 2 to 5 ammo whenever you use that option. Nice, holy crap. And now we also can use critical hit. Because we have a ranged weapon, I think. Where's my, roll 1 bone, and then select a revealed non-trick card, and bump its card value down -X. Yep, so we can use critical hit whenever we like now. And this should not cost us any ammo, just courage to use it. This is the papers Devashaka wants. You think this might be the stash of papers Devashaka sent you after. You should be careful in case the ward can harm you. You sense the ward, and since it is not directly attuned to you, you're able to defeat it temporarily. You quickly gather up the manuscript pages and put them in your pockets. The tapestry is obviously animated by some type of sorcery. It might even be possessed by some malign spirit. You should proceed with caution. It is unheard of for something like this to function as a doorway or portal to another dimension. Once in, you might not get back out. This is obviously the key for the red hand card game ritual that you found earlier. You decide to examine the tapestry more closely to decipher the key. This might be risky. Well, not today. A decent score for us, too. You almost didn't see it at first, but the key is built into the movements of the 2 armies of knights as they prance around the battlefield. You quickly note down the corresponding cards and their locations. The multitude of armor gazes expectantly at you, and you feel the anticipation in its voice. You decide to tell the armor that you have found the bead that the Sobotic witch used to imprison his soul. You say that you will help him free it. The haunted armor shudders in anticipation. Salvation is at hand, it tells you. It directs you to place the bead in front of it and crush it with your foot. A cloud of sickening green vapor erupts, followed by a soul-piercing howl. It was a trick. The witch lied. The armor now wants to follow you until it can exact its revenge. The Hierophant. You immediately gain 2 to 12 sanity points after this card is used to take a trick. The creature does not seem able to leave its chair, being partially melted into the back of it. You think you hear something. The burnt corpse talks in the slightest audible whisper. Its mouth barely moves. Don't smoke. This thing seems almost seared into the chair. The fingers are what catch your eye, so this is what the gentleman ghost meant. They do indeed look like cigars. You decide to grab a bunch of them. It's a physical test, too. So we get to draw more cards, I think, for that. You snatch a few of the fingers and put them in your pocket. Not able to leave its chair, the creature howls in anger. Oh, we can take cups up another point. Wow, we'll have 10 cups total. That's amazing. We probably should actually, though, focus on edges now, or other spells and so on. We have quite a few quests now to turn in. Let's go down to the ball and do that, and then we'll call it a session, I think, everyone. When we come back, I'll have to make up my mind if I want to go out into the backyard or not. I generally don't, because of the amount of time it takes to go to the backyard, fully explore, and then come back out into the mansion. If we were playing without story tokens, yeah, absolutely, I'd go out there. But we're not. And so it's a lot more grueling to do that, because odds are we'll draw at least 2 tokens trying to complete the quests that are out there. They send you back into the manor and try to gather other things. It just takes too long. Well, let's complete this quest. You decide to tell the ghost that you have found the ghost pianist and the ball can resume. The ghostly pianist makes his entrance on your cue, and the band strikes up a grand waltz. The ghost's attention is now focused on you. You think you know what they want, and you wish you had taken more lessons. The world. You receive 1 of each type of bone that you do not already possess after this card is used to take a trick. We already have all the bones, every one of them. So the world doesn't tempt me to use it because we already have what it would grant us, but it's still an extra at least 8 points whenever we used it. 7 points for the world being used, and then 1 point to take a number card, for example. The ghosts seem to be murmuring among themselves. It's obvious they want you to have the honor of the first dance. Unfortunately, we do not have a good wands score. We'll try this once, but I don't think in the end we're going to succeed at this. Your first partner steps up and the introduction is made. Before you know it, you're waltzing around the floor. So we'll have to be careful here. I guess we should use the page. Hey, we won the first challenge at least. There's 3 challenges total for this. You dance around the ballroom in glorious circles. Your partner seems to be having the time of its life. The ghosts seem quite pleased with your dancing ability. The polite applause tells you they want you to continue. Your second partner steps up and the introduction is made. Before you know it, you're waltzing around the floor. Well, we don't have a good hand, and we just lost any ability we had of hoping to win this. You still need some work, it seems. You didn't know that it was possible to step on a ghost's foot. The dance awkwardly comes to a halt, and you feel psychically drained. We'll try this one more time, everyone. So we have to go back and do the first dance again. Now we do the second. That's a better hand. We just have to hope we get a swords up here somewhere. And we didn't. One more time, you think? Okay. So this is not possible for us, that will unfortunately remain uncompleted. Alright, everyone, that will do it for us. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. I guess we should summarize what happened. So, we've obviously taken a few more upgrades. We've greatly increased our swords and cups, thanks to some of the items we found. We got an axe, a melee weapon. We have a Thompson SMG as a ranged weapon option. Picked up some rope, which will prove really useful for us as well. And we got 4 more Arcana cards here. That is amazing. So things are looking... they're looking really good. We also got even more talismans. And for every one we have, we're gaining +1 cups. So it's pretty incredible. Pretty incredible. Our stats have greatly increased. Anyway, thank you all for watching. And I will see you all in the next one. Take care, everyone.